Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Talking with Fantasy Ghoul. If you're like me and Rachel, you're excited about this live stream and the opportunity to participate in a real life, honest to God, caption contest. That's right. We're gonna have a caption contest. You won't win anything except first place. But this is the video we're captioning tonight with our captioning bones. I'm gonna go ahead and share with everybody so they can look at it independently. I'm gonna create a link. I'm gonna copy this link. And I'm gonna paste this link. Where? That's right. Right on top of whose face?
What up, 3DR Nomad? How you doing?
Yes.
Got any captions for us?
Now listen, everybody coming in here, you don't have to say the caption contest.
No,
you don't
you
want
don't.
You know, you're welcome.
It was just a
I wasn't
query.
condemning your suggestion either. This is something I've thought of. I think it sort of lends itself to certain kinds of funny captions. So I'd be curious to see how people. There's probably a few different notions you could get out of it, but you got a story that just happened? What story just happened? Tell me. I want to know the hot news.
Me too.
The hot gossip. The wiggly wow, as they say.
Be pulling cards too.
Sure. I'll do a couple tarot readings at some point during this stream if you want me to. If you want me to, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll mix them up this
Let me look at the moment at what am I looking for? Right, this. Okay, cool. So, anywho, what are we looking at today? We are looking at a way to eat more hay. And if you want to say that's not okay, well, hey. Hate the game, not the player. Hate the game, not the player. Good advice, Eric. Good advice.
I'm going to put up a public service announcement that my phone is out of service. No longer in commish. So if anyone has been trying to text or message me and hasn't received anything back, it's because my phone is not working. I apologize.
So,
it just needs to be.
So here's the photo that is to be captioned. I got home forgetting that I'm out of weed and too tired to run out. The neighbor asked me if I can help them move some furniture. I did, and they gave me a bag of weed.
Nice.
That's the universe, you know. God doesn't. Yes, that's right. God doesn't close a door without opening a window.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is there, 3DR Nomad. That's the famous heavenly door-window exchange. You know, it's almost like an axiom of Christianity that God loves to. He rarely closes windows and opens doors. He always closes doors and opens windows. What are the rules? Whatever caption you think is best for this picture, and then whichever one is best will win. That's it.
Hey, Zandy.
I'll get first place. I'll probably pick like first place, second place, and third place. Any eighth is not that much of a disadvantage. Okay. Remember, you don't need a lot of answers. You need the one best answer. This is an NI rewarding thing more than anything else. Although, you know, depending on your approach to the matter, you may find it easier to find the best caption by providing multiple things you think of, or you may have one central concept that you try to express as clearly as possible, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever your approach is fine. But
I'm gonna throw one out just to like start the conversation.
Okay.
So,
okay, good.
The roads really work ahead in. The road really work in Temple City.
Okay. Or Zandy's, when you ignore all the warning signs.
That's a great one.
Or, for example, nevertheless, the road work completely surprised me. you know. That was basically the idea, the one that I thought was funny that I came up with. But I thought, you know, this picture invites lots of different kinds of captions. So, you know what? There's no penalty for bad ones. This is
No, there isn't.
any friendly environment. Okay, I understand that that's part of the creative process. So if you, well, I mean that's the thing. It depends on your approach to it. Some people might want to spend a long time waiting for exactly the right thing to hit them. That would be sort of an NI approach. Some people might want to be wearing nachos ahead. That's odd. I'm not sure what to make of that one. How do I respond to the logic of Socrates? If FE is bad, FI is good? I mean, what? Is that the logic of Socrates?
Yeah, well, that's a good one.
One day into the Biden presidency is pretty great. I saw the sign. It's pretty great as well.
That is true, Roddy Fox.
What is the most effective way to differentiate between an INTJ and an INFJ? Terrible caption, Joey. That is a terrible caption for this picture. I don't get it. I don't get Joey's caption. Did anybody else get Joey's caption?
Joey,
makes no sense to me.
How you doing?
Wait, we're not voting yet. Although, I mean, I'm not sure we're going to do any better than Hambones.
No.
Given the moment in history right now.
Right now, Hambone has the prize. Because the crown. Hey, Gusto.
Joey, I'm just playing, man. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Joey, it's no big
it's fine.
deal.
I was actually going to answer the question. Well, I'm assuming people are going to take some time to think about it and come up with different things. The most effective way to differentiate between an INTJ and an INFJ, you could play Do They Mirror Me? So, like, consciously pay attention to how you're sitting and stuff. Move around and like cross your arms for a while and see if like pretty soon they cross their arms, and then go put your hand behind your head and see if they put their hands behind their head. If they do, they're an INFJ, not an INTJ.
Also, I find that I don't know.
Nobody knows what happened, which is why there are so many signs but no cops. I don't quite get that one. But,
Me neither. I just want to say road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. You know,
yeah,
from
right,
that.
that thing. Yeah, road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
But
it's fine, but it would be like, yeah, I sure hope it does. Period. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Period. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Period. And then like etc. You know, that would be cool
yes,
too.
Yes, that would be the remix.
What? I don't know what you're talking about, David Sanderson. I have no idea. White boy with a hoodie and... I mean, I don't think they generally do road work on that kind of societal challenge.
I want to make this, like, correlation with, like, men at work. But I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know the I don't have an NI to put it together.
Who can it be working on my road? Who can it be working on my road? That's too subtle and obscure. Signs at work.
Like men at work. See, Running Fox, soul people.
I also think possibly like, wait, where is the road work? Hold on, road work where now, or something like that, you know. The funny thing is, this picture, unfortunately, this is the one that came out best, probably in part because it happened to catch it in a moment when all the lights were off on the left side there. these were all flickering on and off, all of them. So it was quite. I have a video of it too. I'll show you the link to the video so you can see it. It's pretty cool.
It's like Christmas lights.
Roadwork says what? Roadwork says what?
That is a good one. That's a classic. Roadwork says what?
Cloud night is your veil. Working for the man every night and day. A nihilistic postmodern deconstruction of modern America through meta-analytical post-irony? No. Yeah, we just rode down to the pharmacy and back. Cameron and Rachel rode on Cameron's electric bicycles. I rode my regular bicycle, and in fact, I was gonna go right past this thing, and Cameron pointed it out, and I was like, "Yeah, that is kind of neat." And I still wasn't gonna take a picture of it. And Cameron's like, "You sure you don't want to take a picture of it?" And I'm like, "No, you're right. I don't know why I'm being like." Well, it's because I was at that moment and briefly kind of a little bit of a bad mood.
Was it because of me?
No, it was because it's my fault. Remember? Nothing to do with you. It's like the thing it had to do, but it had something to do with you. But it's my fault that it happened, so it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Like, yeah, as we discussed, we're going to go over it again.
Also, I could be an ESFP.
When lawyers buy a construction company.
That's good.
2020 be like is pretty great too.
Yeah, that is.
No,
the best
you're
you
killing
got.
it.
Yeah,
That's some
you are
demonstrative
killing it.
NI right there. That is some demonstrative NI. Let's see, what is the next picture? Oh yeah, I don't necessarily even have to share. It's just another one. I looked at a couple of these because I was trying to get one with more lights on. You see here, the lights are on these ones too. Just the best picture that came out didn't have that many lights on because then see how it's kind of like grainy back here? I don't know if you can see that in the on the live stream on the viewing end of it, but it's kind of grainy and this one is a video of it, so you can see what it looks like as a video. They're blinking on and off. It's like, okay, road work ahead. I get it.
Or they got that's where they put all this road signs.
That must be where it is, but it's a strange place to put it because it's right there on a road.
And they're still blinking. Wouldn't you think that they'd have to turn them off? Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is road work around there somewhere, maybe. Mm-hmm. But I agree. I don't know why why would that be Temple City's storage spot for road signs?
So funny.
On the street between the bank and the CVS.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
so funny.
That's a dumb place to put road signs.
I think of it as a pre-Thanksgiving lights.
So this video, I don't like how when I was trying to get it to go into focus, it made it turn the light on, so then these ones are illuminated in the front. But I was thinking maybe I could cut the beginning part of it off or something and use it for something. I don't know. The videos didn't come out very good. But this one, out of all the things, I took a bunch of pictures. I throw most of them away. Oh, there's also this one. This is another possible caption one, okay? I think you guys are going to like this.
Yeah.
It's the Nasal Treat Center, okay? If you've never been to the Nasal Treat Center, obviously, you might walk up to it and go, "Hey, is this where I get my nasal treats?" Hi, I'm going to the Nasal Treat Center. Doesn't I look incredibly creepy in this picture? Can you guys even see it? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Let me put this thing. I like it here at the Nasal Treat Center.
Hey, Alan Brian, what's going on? I was thinking about you today because we were listening to Shake My Ass or Show My Ass, and I love that song.
And you know what? That chick's got a number of good things, actually.
Yeah, she does.
You don't want any nasal treats? You want some nasal treats? It looks like hi. 1 hour after Oregon decriminalizes drugs. That's a good one. I'm not sure which picture I should use for nasal treats, though. The nasal treat center. It could be, I think, this one or possibly this one. Nasal treat center.
Nasal treat center.
One after Oregon decriminalizes drugs. Or maybe this is best. This is the best one for that caption.
Yeah.
Hey, I look like I'm going out. There's cocaine in there. Hilarious. So I will share this one as well so people can look at it if they want. I gotta create a link. So you can. There's another captionable photo you can try to caption here if you don't want to caption the other one. And then quit being so nosy here. That's pretty funny. Quit being so nosy. Doesn't matter why I'm here. I mean, it would. It certainly is the case that I'm sure Ben Shapiro would do fine. It would be a fairly, a straight up debate. Best brownies in town. I hope nobody has a third hole in their nose. So, because septums are overrated? Is that what you're saying? Or is that septa? But so far, the best one is still ham bones 1 hour after Oregon decriminalizes drugs. That's got to be the winner for this. I think it may be that ham bone wins both of them. Because I also think it's going to be hard to beat for the road signs one day into the Biden presidency.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, they're both great. So,
they are both great.
Even though it's kind of the same concept,
Ham
they play out differently, I guess. Which was yours? Legend Fall? Well, and it's not inconceivable that the Oregon one? Okay. I would like to, I like that better for this, even than the Biden presidency one for this. So I'd like to replace the Biden presidency one so we don't have the same kind of one for both of them. Because, one day after Oregon decriminalizes drugs is absolutely perfect for this.
It really is.
So Legends Fall, you win on that one. And I think we're going to have to switch the other one so we have different, meows, so to speak. That's not what I want. That's not what I said. I want this one. Yes. Yeah. This makes me use my voice like this. Hi.
Where's...
Practicing being creepy. But, I will say, I think maybe my best idea in a long time is a idea of a book of English phrases to remember when you go to different countries.
I really love that idea.
I really like it too. I think it's a winner. So let's see. Let's crop this thing about with the meow and 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 the meow. Oh, with the meow and 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 the meow. Okay, so what is this here? Let's see. It looks like it's about 35 by 17, 2.06 to 1. Well, what's the aspect ratio? I don't know what the aspect ratio is. By the way, I should just let everybody know. The two instances of catastrophically bad Spanish art restorations are just two of many. Okay? So, for example, see, this is too long. I can just tell by eyeballing it. It's still too long. How about like this? Criz up to the criz there. That looks more like it's correct. Okay, now. Let me change the font. You know how I am about fonts. I like to call them nature's pencils. Okay, make that a little bit bigger. With the meow 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 and the meow meow meow. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get one of these, make one of those with the meow. I'm gonna put the meow like so. Then I'm going to have a lot of fun doing a thing. But it's going to be the thing I do. I'm gonna get this color from this part right there. Then I'm gonna pour it into this part right there. Then I'm gonna move it down beneath the thing right there. And then I'm done. I don't like where it is.
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do on YouTube. Did anyone post anything?
Nobody posted anything. Alright, I'm talking to some people. Somebody needs to get talking to. Nobody posted anything. What's going on with the internet today? No, not that. Undo.
Yeah, really.
What's
You
this?
posted today.
I did post today. I am want to do that, as they say.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So now I need to meow this, and then I don't understand what the problem is here. Just good. Now X V X. God damn it! Oh, there we go. Okay, good. That's not what I wanted. Hey, listen, Gimp. I'm getting pretty tired of this. Yeah? Nah, I want down here. Let me just put it here and get rid of the other thing. No, this. There, that's fine. Now I don't need to have these at all. Alright, fine. Good enough. Treat. Alright, let's see what's going on in the old chatteroo there. I've ignored you long enough. Rachel!
Hi!
Do you know the country in Europe where they decriminalized drugs and was Portugal? I know the answer to that. Portugal. Thanks, Portugal.
I don't know the answer to that. Period.
Oh. 1 hour is better, actually. I'm going with that. One hour after Oregon decriminalizes drugs is fine.
LOL.
That's better. So, Legends Fall, after all that changing around by me, it went back to the way you had in the first place.
I have a request.
Yes, my darling.
Can I have an Urkel joint?
Sure.
Thanks.
Let me just do this real quick, then I'll work that for you. Piao, and then piao. Okay. That's this one. Dodge burn. Okay. Change the brush, make it one of these big circles. Make it a little bit bigger. No, bigger than that. That's too small. Like that. There. Alright, good enough. Treat. Replace. Piao. Export. Piao. Alright, the piaos have been done. I want to share with everybody. Note that the Spanish disasters were not limited to the ones I shared on YouTube. This here, okay?
Oh my gosh.
This is an example where the Spaniards fucked it up royally and were able to basically restore it successfully, right? But this, what? Who? What?
It looks like a carousel.
Yeah, it's just, it looks absolutely ridiculous. Now, in addition to this one, there's also this. So, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, right? At least with this one, they fucked it up, but they got it better the second time than it was. The third time. I guess the second time. This is the original, so they got it better on the second restore, a lot better than the first restore. But look at this one. This is the original, the first restore, and the improved second restore. It's like if you're gonna get it re-restored, they're like, well, I don't know. I guess let's just use the same temp agency we used last time. If you're gonna do it a second time, you should try to. Neither of those look anything like this. These people,
When the filter comes off.
monster comes along.
Yeah.
Or it could be,
Oh my gosh. Like.
it could just say, like, it could just say the type Rachel and then put like multiverse 7, multiverse X43, you know, it's like. So,
Thanks, Alan Brian. Oh my gosh.
You know, just, I guess, when you really don't give a fuck about a resume, you know, like, what type do you think these paintings are? Well, I mean, what do you mean these paintings? I don't think these paintings have types. What do I think? Who is? Rachel? Rachel's a INFJ. Picasso correctly predicted Rachel. This one here, I don't remember what it's called, the original. It's like, obviously, by somebody who knows what they're doing. It's a painter. The one here on the left. But, you know, these ones are just... It's like somehow everybody in Spain lost the ability to have any, like, this is like, you can see, it's kind of like Idiocracy art, the art version. So, you know, you see, like, Spanish art skills here on the left a couple hundred years ago, and then what they've evolved into now. Now, these aren't hoaxes. I've looked into it quite a bit. It's not a hoax.
No, it's not a hoax.
In fact, at first, when the first of these I remember is the Monkey Christ, sometimes called Monkey Jesus, where the old lady who was a parishioner in the church just sort of took it upon herself to repaint over this thing because it was suffering damage from a water leak. No, they're real. Have you seen the brilliant statue of Ronaldo that was commissioned for Ronaldo's hometown in Spain? They're like, hey, we gotta really celebrate this because he's a hometown hero. He's a great guy. So this is it doesn't look anything like him. You know? Hey. Like, look. This is what Ronaldo actually looks like. You know? What? That doesn't look like him at all. I mean, the thing is, you gotta figure that this Spanish sculptor, well, I mean, I couldn't make a sculpture that good. I'm going to acknowledge that right now. But he obviously doesn't think that the thing is supposed to look like the subject, I guess. Eventually, like, Cristiano Ronaldo, when he first saw it, he, like, laughed and was like, what? So, Chomsky's an ENFP. Chomsky's an ENFP if there's ever been an ENFP in the history of ENFPs and all of ENFP town and everything like that. I mean, the thing about Chomsky, here's what I mean by, like, Chomsky is not completely weak entirely, but he made this video where he made a movie a while back, a long time ago. I saw it in a theater, actually, where he tried to establish that that the media was being controlled by corporations, and he just sort of threw a bunch of like things next to each other, time and time again. See, this corporation invests in this thing, and then wow, this thing is, they have ads in this paper, and blah, 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 blah. And at no point, well, you know, we my friend Chris Moore and I walked out of that movie because we started together at college, I guess, and when we did walk out of that movie, Chris Morrow said, "So, what's the mechanism?" And he's an ISFP. I was like, "Yeah, what is the mechanism?" That's NI ignoring, because I come out of there going like, well, I wasn't a debate coach at the time. I was a debater, but I was used to sort of hearing a bunch of bullshit arguments in Santa Cruz, and I didn't really do good work in Santa Cruz. Let's put it that way. I went along to get along to a certain extent, and just didn't fight a lot of battles. So, if you don't fight some battles, you can't make some cattles, and then you won't live in town. You gotta live in the country, Jim, and you won't be around. So yeah, the Spaniards are pretty great. 1 hour after Oregon decriminalizes drugs, is going up on the community meow. Image. Select files, upload. Treat. Reposition. Ooh. I'm gonna have to move that. X. How do I want to do this? Let's see. I could go like, yeah.
The live stream's still going?
Yep. I don't even think I need to put the word drugs there. I just could go 1 hour after Oregon decriminalizes. It's fine. Try it again with the old treat-a-roo. Yes, replace it. That's fine. I don't mind you replacing it at all. We're going to go back over here. We're going to try it again. We're going to push image. We're going to push upload. We're going to push this. We are going to reposition.
That's great.
I need to put something there. I need to credit Legends Falls. Legends Fall. So I'll put it in this here. Up here. Edit. Winner of the Caption Contest 1. Legends with a Z Fall. I pay attention, Legends Fall. I know you spell your name with a Z. It's a family name. All members of your family spell Legends with a Z. I got it. Thank you, though. I appreciate the suggestions. Legends Fall. You see how I spelled your name correctly? Wasn't that impressive of me? Join me in autonomy now. I will. You, me, and Cristiano Ronaldo. We'll all go there and hang out. Not the regular looking one, the weird looking one. Hi guys, I'm Cristiano. I'm Statue Cristiano. This is great. I like being here at the airport and golly gee. Doesn't he look like that in that picture? He totally does.
It totally does. Oh, Kitty on the picture.
Alright, so let's see about Caption Contest 2. Do we have any more entries for the road signs picture? Let's see. Let me put up the road sign picture again behind us so that we can all enjoy its road signiness.
What type do you think AOC is?
I've actually not spent a lot of time hearing her speak, but I would say, she kind of screams ESFP to me.
Yeah.
But it could
Seems
be
like it.
Could be maybe ENFP. Yeah, 1 hour after. Did I spell it with an A? Did I? Did I spell it wrong? God damn it. No, I didn't. Okay. Drugs, of course.
Stuff.
Look, the thing is, yes, Hambone, if you want to be TI precise, you can decriminalize other things. But that's what they decriminalized, so it's pretty obvious that I don't think anybody's going to misunderstand that, right? Or if they do, then they're not ready to appreciate its hilarity. I did? Which word did I miss? Oh, drugs. No, I intentionally left drugs off. What else do people decriminalize? What else did anybody ever think of anybody ever talking about decriminalizing? Can anybody think of any other thing that they use the word decriminalize on besides drugs? Oh, well, he might mean decriminalize roast beef. I mean, we don't know for sure. Nice pics, but try to take more memeable pics. Okay, well, if nobody has a kick-ass meme idea for the road signs, then we should go with something like something along the lines of, despite their efforts, the road work surprised me. It was a pretty good one. That's what Ronaldo would look like without his plastic surgery? Oh. Okay, cool.
I mean, it just does not look like him.
Okay, yes, okay. It's true. Let us follow. You got me. It is true. I've heard people talk about decriminalizing prostitution before. That's true. There's another thing that people decriminalize. So I stand corrected on that. But other things that you could talk about making legal, like poker, for example, they never talk about decriminalizing it. They say, let's repeal this ridiculous law banning online poker or something like that. But nobody ever talks about decriminalizing it, because the thing is, very few things that people consider decriminalization a good solution. It's either it should be legal or it should be prohibited. And decriminalization is this weird kind of utilitarian way of avoiding the principal decision while also avoiding the harms of their unprincipled bullshit. It's like, I get it. So it's not that we shouldn't bust them because they're not doing anything wrong. It's because you're tired of wasting money on this drug war you've been supporting for the last 40 years. I get it. You weren't ever wrong in your whole approach to the thing. It just, you acknowledge that, okay, we lose the impacts calculus. The impacts calculus was irrelevant from the get-go, you fucks.
Boom.
Does crime pay? Well, it will pay the criminal if they get away with it. If not, then I'd say they don't get away with it, and no, it doesn't pay them. They have to. They don't get to keep the money.
Yeah.
Cloud thinks Rachel is an ESFP.
No, Cloud's decided that that's a possible angle of provocation that he can work with.
I think so.
Yeah, he's
not
thought
being
Cloud.
serious.
He has thought Rachel's been everything under the sun. So, except an INFJ. Well, no, he's thought that too. Actually, he's on some occasions said, no, Rachel is an INFJ. So it's just he doesn't think that. He just whatever. They should never have been sending non-violent drug users to jail for years and years. That was inhumane. Right? They never should have been sending non-violent drug users to jail at all. They never should have had any. It was never anybody's business what people who aren't violating anybody's rights and are totally engaged in not just consensual but enthusiastic participation. See, at least with prostitution, you get consensuality, but you don't really get enthusiasm. It's work. With drugs, you get consensuality and enthusiasm. Not only do I consent to doing these drugs, I very much want to. What YouTube blackout? Is that a real thing?
I forgot that I have my iced tea.
Oh, yeah.
I'll double fist.
It's an economical model that crime does pay. Without criminals, a big chunk of revenue doesn't. I know you're. Okay, right. Oh, right. I forgot. You are being put on 10 consecutive timeouts, Jeff Shaw. And the reason is because you successfully wasted 30 minutes of my time last night. So, a timeout is 5 minutes. So, you have 9 left. Now, remember, that's a great deal because my time is significantly more valuable than yours. I will credit you for schooling me, for tricking me. You sent me 7 emails. And when I finally responded with a longer email that actually attempted to discuss things with you, you replied with a TLDR. Not just that, but you schooled me in it too. It was snappy. It was the best thing you've ever written. Around me, anyway, I was like, okay, fucker. No. You cannot write hundreds of unreplied to comments, send me 7 unreplied to emails, and then when you finally get my attention enough to actually direct some words at you, I send an email, I get a reply like 5 seconds later saying you need to learn how to be concise, like this. And I was like, okay, all right, something like that, You successfully got me, okay? Cloud is not an INTJ. No, I wrote it. I didn't let the troll waste 30 minutes of time. I wrote him an email saying, I started it off by even saying, like, look, it's probably not going to work, but I'll take the karma points for trying. Here's the thing, dude. I get that I upset you and you're just, like, driven insane by me. But I wonder what would happen if you directed as much of your attention to improving yourself as you do to improving me. And so forth. I expressed to him the importance of being honest, and that doesn't just mean don't lie. It means don't make a bunch of claims you can't substantiate about people. That's a form of dishonesty too. If you you can't substantiate it with anything, you're making claims about people that are they're basically designed to play I've got secret wisdom. Well, tell it to me then. No, I'm not going to. It's like
I can't take it.
it's just so annoying. No, Cloud is N-I. There's no doubt about that. Cloud is N-I-S-E, and he is F-I-T-E. TLDR this stream. Yeah. I tell you what was way too long, and I didn't read it at all. Jeff Shaw's mom.
Oh.
Nice.
Thanks. You know, not exactly an example of genius, but effective. Effective, you know.
It's always effective.
So anyway, it's not a purse, it's a satchel. That's a good point, Grass Eater. Good point. Thank you for reminding me.
Could I have a joint?
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Rachel.
It's alright.
Yeah, Eric. Well, you know, I get caught up in my nonsense.
It's okay.
And, yeah.
I don't mind.
Jeff goes low, Eric goes lower. That's not lower. Come on. Look, it's not low when hilarity ensues. All right, hilarious saves things from what otherwise would doom them. And the advantage I have, Hambone, is that when the stars align properly, I can access a rich and deep vein of hilarity, the likes of which you've never seen before.
Ooh, la la.
Bob just wrote, I like how Eric thinks I am an ESFP, yet he only talking about my 8th NE and 4th NI. Like, where is the actual SE?
Right, well, that's a trap. I've explained this sort of thing many, many times. If I actually were to answer the question directly and be on point, he'd just shift ground to something else and wouldn't respond to the point I made. And then I tried to respond to that point, shift ground again. So I've learned to not play that game. And that's one of the things that I have to be grateful to Cloud for, is that he's taught me how to not play that game. Never wrestle with pigs. You both get dirty and the pig likes it. I would point out, if your opponent deserves mud on him, don't be afraid to get a little on your hands. Hey, you know what, Jeff Shaw? You're welcome to leave anytime. You have 8 more. Nobody is forcing you to stay here. In fact, as far as I can tell, nobody's even encouraging you to stay here. We will continue to tolerate you because we are good people. But if you're going to act like a child, I'm going to treat you like a child and punish you. So, and besides which, forget all the other reasons. Just like, fuck off. That feels good. Juicy fuck off to Jeff Shaw. That's so juicy and delicious. I like to sup upon it. It's like a heaving bosom filled with breast milk. Sounds like Lamaze? Yeah, it's a lot like Lamaze.
Yeah.
You know, giving a good hearty, unqualified, unmitigated fuck you to Jeff Shaw. That's good. That smells good. It tastes good. Everything about it is good.
Yeah.
I just
It was righteous.
delectable.
It was right and just, is what I
You're
meant.
hilarious.
Thanks. I try. I genuinely do. When I talk to an atheist, I'm a God worshiper. When I talk to a Christian, I'm a nihilistic materialist. When I talk to a nihilistic materialist, I'm a Christian. Right? Exactly, Cloud. Exactly. Utter Self, that's very kind of you. I appreciate you demonstrating the moral high ground here. I don't hate Jeff Shaw so much. I'm punishing him for his bullshit. He successfully prodded me with many communicative attempts to actually write an email that responded to him, and then instead of valuing the time I put into it, he used the opportunity to school me, which he did. I give him full credit. I'm not gonna pretend that he didn't school the fuck out of me with that email. Of course, my reply was as good as I could do, because once somebody schools the fuck out of you, the war is really lost there on that particular exchange. You can't you can't really recover from it. But the thing is, it's just so ridiculous. It's like this fucker has spent all of this time paying so much attention to me, trying to get my attention so much, trying to communicate so much with me, and then when I finally go, all right, I'll give him a chance, he takes advantage of the opportunity to school me instead.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, this is the natural consequence of that. I like it when people incur the natural consequences of their own bad behavior. It may have been satisfying, but this is satisfying for me too. This is what you get. You get the taste of your own medicine. If I'm going to choose to deal with people without any kind of respect, or as though they were equals, or as though we could have a real conversation, then you don't get treated with any respect. The classic bait and switch. Exactly. I fell for it. Well, I said in reply, you're right, I did waste my time. My bad. I won't make that mistake again. And then I decided it'd be fun to make sure I extract. I was going to do an hour, but I just do 10 of them. 50 minutes is plenty, and it's a nice even number, 10. He's got 8 left. He's done 10 and 9, so he's got 8 left now. Now, he may get tired of this and want to leave, and that would be a great solution as well. Okay, I need a paper to roll the joints.
You think people get frustrated with you?
I mean, I think there's a certain population of people who immediately despise me. In fact, weren't you saying your mother was among them?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, she doesn't. I don't know, despise. I mean, that's a pretty strong word, but she doesn't particularly like you. That's probably it.
Yeah.
Like, she thinks you're probably some sort of, like, huckster or some guy some wanker on the internet, basically.
Right. Well, I mean, that's how it goes. Like,
maybe it's just how you come off.
Sky
Maybe
Gear,
it's or FI or I don't
Sky
know
Gear, I gotta tell you this: the only way you can frame it like that is if you ignore what I just said. I'm enjoying this, so it's a win for me because it's a positive experience for me. Maybe a positive experience for him too, but I don't give a fuck. If he starts looking like he's too happy, I'll just ban his ass. He's rendered himself no longer deserving of the kind of benefit of the doubt and respect that I generally afford people. And I want to make sure it's clear to him that that's the consequence for his bad behavior. So I don't give a fuck if he feels happy about it or not. Because I feel happy that I'm doing what I want because it's my channel, so of course I'm going to do what I want. And if he feels like that serves his needs, well, congratulations, Jeff Shaw. You got a win-win out of it. Here we go. It took me long enough, but there you go. There's a joint for you, my darling.
Can I give you?
I should probably roll myself a joint as well because, unfortunately, I have a hard time remembering to stay on top of the pot smoking. It's like I'll pack a bowl and I'll set it down and I never get around to smoking it. And so I think if I have a little joint in my hand instead, I'll do a better job of smoking more weed. We'll need to go to the weed store again tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
That's fine.
Cool.
Cloud cried today when he was thinking about Nietzsche and how he went insane due to syphilis. I don't know what that is.
I mean, Sky Gear,
like,
I think you're looking at it through
kind
your
of
own
like
frame.
INTJ posturing, but I think he knows he's not really like what he's trying to be. So it's like it's funny, like, because I don't know.
Here's the thing.
It's like a bit of pantomime, so you kind of know that he's being ridiculous.
Who is
just
this?
based on that fact.
Who is this again?
Cloud.
Cloud. Yeah, Cloud is. I agree. There's some pantomime. I think, Sky Gear, that you're overthinking things a bit. You're so worried about Whether he's satisfied or not, you know, I don't give a fuck. He's happy to be satisfied. He can be satisfied if he wants. That's good. Okay, well, it radiates insecurity. You have 7 more to go. So, look. Sky Gear may even agree with Jeff Shaw that this is radiating insecurity. That, in fact, it's a poor strategic decision or something weak or whatever. That's fine. I don't like to excuse people from the natural consequences of their action. Any other YouTuber would never have afforded him that much attention in the first place. No other YouTuber would have let him stick around here and be this disruptive and trigger the host in the first place. So that's what makes this place special. He is interesting enough to enjoy to whatever extent he enjoys this attention right now, that's fine. To whatever extent he thinks it helps him to win the argument, that's fine. If he actually believes that it means I'm radiating insecurity, well, then he's probably feeling pretty good about himself. And that's fine. But my point is, I don't want Jeff Shaw to think that behavior is acceptable. You know, it's like, well, yeah, I am being salty, for sure. You know, it's Sky Gear, I got to tell you the absolute truth. I actually planned and intended to just sort of explain the situation and not discuss it any further. But, of course, like everything around here, it provokes a little bit of controversy. So, like always, I'm a little susceptible to changing plans in mid-spin when I think that something's worth talking about or interesting enough. You know, I don't care.
Do you want to play chess?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Sure.
I do want to play
in
chess.
the
No, I do want to do that actually.
Where am I?
So I will get the thing from the place, and then I will go there with my button pushing finger. I mean, which is, I must sign in. This game is rated. Oh, I do have an account. What do you know? Join the game. Alright, cool. I play the black pieces, you play the white pieces. Just like in real life, I'm fluidly transracial, and you are an oppressive imperialist devil. David. Sometimes I wonder about what you're thinking when you're doing things. You start right off with your aggression again.
Wait, you know the Sicilian defense. That's pretty cool. Or did you just play that randomly?
No, I just saw you do something like that last time, so I copied it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know any official things, you know, like it's called this or that, or learned any things like that. Okay, so There.
Grandmaster? I'm nowhere near Grandmaster. These are Lead Chess ranks, so they're not really representative. 16, 15, 57 is pretty average.
Okay, I'm going to... Oh, there's no clock on this one, so I don't really have to super hurry. I keep trying to, like, I better hurry up because I'm going to lose my time. Okay, so, if we do that, then yeah. That's not any good. So, I think, I think I will go here first. Put you in check. Okay. Oh no, let me move that back. Okay. Okay. So you got me in that guy right there. And that's not gonna do any good. If I go down there, that's not gonna do any good. So I gotta go backwards. I hate going backwards. Okay, I don't have to go backwards. I could go to there, but then you just go there, and that wouldn't do me any good. I could go there. No, that won't work. I could go there. That won't work. I could go here. This is like it. Okay, fucking goddamn it. Fine. Be that way. So, for those of you who don't know, David Sanderson and I have played chess a few times. And he's what you might call an extremely what are we on? Was that 7? No, this is 7. After this one, I'll have 6 left, I think. Okay. So, what am I saying? Right. So, anyway, Dave Sanderson, he's somebody who always tries to take advantage of me in chess. He tries to take advantage of every position he can have and say, like, you know, it's like we could live in peace, the black and the white chess pieces, but instead, is it my turn or yours?
It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, oh, I see, you moved that guy over there? Okay. That's because that way you don't want me to go there, that's why. Okay, well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go and do this one. No. Now I'm going to go... Yes. Now I'm going to go and do... If I do that one, then you're just going to... Yeah. No. Now I'm going to go like this. Yeah. Okay. So, just so you know, David Sanderson, I don't want to wait for my life to be over. Meow, 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 meow. I really don't. So, I think what I'm going to do here is, if I go here, I'm going to just go like that, though. And then what? And then I go like that, though. No, then I go like that, though. But then what if you go like that, though? Well, then, I'm not... Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. I go like that. Okay. So, the thing about chess that I've decided the last couple of days is you really got to move your pawns around. Okay? Pawns aren't just there for show, guys. You got to treat them like they want to be treated. You got to treat them like the filthy whores they are.
Yeah.
You know, it's the only way you're going to successfully transition from utter failure to not utter failure. I'm still working on it. I'm hoping to get there someday. today's not the day. Probably.
It was.
No, well, David Sanderson is kind of making me move places I don't really want to go.
Oh.
I don't remember him ever asking me if I wanted to be moved around in this fashion.
Really?
No, he's that kind of rude. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you this for years. Don't trust that David Sanderson to be polite while he's playing chess. He's a scoundrel and a rapscallion. I'm going to have to move here. I'm so tired of you making me move places. Just stop it.
Doesn't he know that you just got your nasal treat?
Yeah, he's not going to get any nasal treats. No nasal treats for you, David Sanderson. Did you move already? Or not?
Yes.
I wasn't looking at it. I looked down for a second. I was trying to look down. Okay, so you moved that bishop there to that place where the green one is. Yeah, I see. It says the green to the green is where you moved it from and to. Yeah, okay, I got you. Okay. So about this whole bishop thing you got going on. Is there any way I can desanctify those bishops? Or they no longer can move diagonally? I'm gonna defrock them. You defrocked my bishop. Like
That's the opposite of
Catholic
rogue.
Catholic Roundup is like Battleship, but with child molesting priests. You defrocked my archbishop. Okay, they're getting pretty fresh here with the horses too now, and that's really going overboard. See, I'm not really doing a good job of moving my pawns. That's the problem. But maybe now is not the time, because there's a lot of stuff going on around here. I think I'm going to instead go like this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go meow, and I'm going to go meow. And look, you wanted to defrock my bishop, I'll defrock yours right back, buddy. We can play reciprocal defrockery.
Bucko would have been.
Bucko. Right. Yeah, that would have been appropriate for that one.
That's a TWFP ASMR. I can't do that. Okay. You and your stuff that you do. Actually, if I go like that, yeah. There.
Okay, so I want a castle, but I'm not sure how to do it. Oh, there. Okay, I did it. Hmm. Hmm. Boy, I tell you, this scoundrelly scoundrel and his scoundrelly ways. If I do that, then I would be put in checkmate. That's not good. You're so close to checkmate right there. I almost did that too. Alright, fine. There, what do you think about that? Hmm? Didn't see that coming, did ya? Okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna mosey on. Where we're gonna mosey on to here? I'm gonna do a little moseying. I think I might mosey to right about here. Yeah, this seems like a good moseying spot, as any. You just gotta do that. I checkmate. God damn it. You see how David Sanderson pulls this shit on me?
I do.
You want to talk about a scoundrel. This guy's a real chess scoundrel. Friends on the live stream, I'm sorry I've been ignoring your chats, but unfortunately, my heart belongs in San Francisco, where the chess scoundrel David Sanderson has stolen it and left it.
Yep. There's my screen. Yeah, you can customize the pieces, if that helps.
6, I believe.
Here's our game.
I can customize the what? 6 left, I believe. Oh, you mean you can make the pieces look different?
Yeah, on the board.
Oh, I see. Cool. I am done playing chess right now. I would like to play you again, but you know, I really felt like I gave it my best that time. So I feel like my next game is gonna be worse. So fuck it, I'm done. Like if I felt like I half-assed the first game, like oh god damn it, I didn't really play as well as I could have in the first game. And I totally want to play again, but I think that was good effort. But somehow you seem to always like have your pawns in the better place than my pawns are in. You know what I'm talking about? It's called pawn loving. You're a pawn lover. You know how to make love to your pawns. That's why they're more loyal to you than they are to me. Pawns all say I'm a terrible lover. That's why they won't kill all your people for me. Anyway, I bet you didn't know that chess pawns operate on a sexual economy. It's true.
It's pretty good. I mean, you might win one day, but it's I've been playing for a pretty long time, so
I don't expect to win. It's fine. I've had plenty of instances in my life of playing people at games that they won every time. It's one of my unusual skills, I guess. It's like I don't need to win these games, and I don't mind if it's interesting. I don't mind losing every time. It's fine.
Yeah. It's alright.
That's why chess pawns become queens. That's a good point, email Anthrax. They do, don't they? All you got to do is make them go touch your back row. Just like with normal men. If you make them touch your back row, you turn them into queens. Hey, I suggest you guys try playing 5-dimensional chess with multiverses and time travel. Yes, there's such a game. Sounds hard. Thorough whoopings are good for the soul. The other thing is, I genuinely think that it's healthy to pay attention to things that you aren't necessarily the best at. You know, it's like I like playing chess because it's elusive to me. It's not something I feel great clarity on. Contrast that with debate, which everybody gives you so much shit about. It's like, if I were good at chess, it would be much easier to not get shit about it. Because let's say I were super good at chess and was like a grandmaster and, you know, fourth in the world or something, nobody would dispute it. But because there's not that kind of system for debate, or debate coaches or whatever, people are like, anybody can do that, or I don't know. The point is, it's good to hang around in other people's wheelhouses as well. Cloud believes he can beat me. I'm sure he can. I've never claimed to be good at chess. I don't know why everybody thinks that Eric must be attached to his quality as a chess player.
ENTPs are supposed to be average at chess in general, although they can be really good.
Hey,
Mikhail Tal was an ENTP, and he was the world champion for a while.
That's good news, everybody. I'm meeting the standard. I'm average at chess. That's pretty good. I was afraid my standard would be lower than the rest of my type. Average? I think I'm average, maybe a little below average, but not terrible. Not like like I was when I was 7 years old or something. Cloud says he's ENFP. Are they good chess players? Probably. I don't know. He's not ENFP though, but
my dad's pretty decent. He likes playing chess. I think he wishes he had more friends to play with. Actually, he always takes the chance when he sees a chessboard to teach me about it.
I mean, I was playing a little bit messy this last game, but
yeah.
I mean.
The thing is, the nice thing about playing somebody who's better than you is that
I really like to lose, and I know like how to take advantage of people when they make bad moves. So, like I don't try to do my very best when I'm playing chess, but I try to be, I don't like intentionally blunder so that my opponent can beat me.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's probably always more fun. If you have a challenge, it's like if you're substantially better than most people you play, most of the games you play probably aren't super fun for you. So it's like the person who's worse.
I play online. They just match you with people at your rating level.
Oh, I see. So when you do play in those ranking games, are they like how often do you encounter somebody go like, oh shit, this guy's good. I can tell right away. Like, can you tell right away by how they move around?
I don't know. Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
It's kind of hard to tell.
Okay.
But you can look at their ranks because it usually is displayed right next to their name.
And how strong is the correlation between rank and skill?
I don't know how to answer that question.
I mean, do you sometimes lose to someone whose rank 1,000 and win against somebody who's ranked 200?
Well, somebody who's ranked 200 is somebody who doesn't really know how to play chess.
Okay, well, whatever a good rank is. Like, what I'm saying is, are upsets common? Are upsets common? That's another way to think about this question as to whether or not there's a strong correlation between rank and skill. Are upsets common? You don't know? You don't understand the question? What? Is there some reason why David Sanderson is not answering my question?
I don't know what you're asking.
I'm asking you if upsets are common.
Upsets?
Okay. Does the ranking strongly correlate with the skill of the player, or do underdogs sometimes win a lot? An upset. An underdog defeats a favorite.
It happens. So basically the idea is that if you're ranked, like 200 points below somebody, they have a 96% chance of beating you or something like that.
Okay, thank you. That answers the question. So if you're ranked at 200 points below somebody, then they have a 96% chance of beating you. That's an answer to that question.
I'm more than 200 points above you, I think.
I don't doubt it. So then, is it rare for people to play people outside of 200 points within their rank?
Yeah. People don't usually play against people who are outside the rank, and the system automatically matches you with people who are at around your skill level, around your rank. So if you're 1,000, they'll usually pair you with somebody who's within 100 points of your own rank.
Yes, I was getting upset about upsets. Yes. Why am I getting upset? Because I don't like it when people don't understand me. It bugs me. It makes me like mad because I think I'm making perfectly good sense, and it's like, what? Why am I having trouble here? This is not a weird question or something, you know? So anyway, I'm sorry I got upset, though. I do get frustrated. I don't get upset. It was like, it's like, meow.
Yeah.
It was just like, meow, you know?
That's exactly it.
Yeah. I was upset. Which functions are most useful in chess? I think it's TE and NI. That's what I think. But, who am I to say? I'm not a chess expert. I'm just a typology expert.
TE, NI, TI, maybe NE.
I mean, more than FE and FI, surely. But I don't think NE helps much.
It can help. It doesn't usually help, but it can help.
Five more.
I can't believe it.
He's being a trooper.
Yeah, you can.
You got to give him credit. He's being a trooper.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Enduring the meow with relatively good grace. I'm sorry I keep forgetting to pull parts for you.
It's okay. I'm going to do it for Jeff Shaw.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry, did you want to?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to just pull one and you can do the rest if you'd like. Here, Jeff Shaw.
Yeah. Oh, look what you got, too. Talk about paying your debt to society. Right on cue. No, I don't want to go over the whole thing again up to in place 48. Now, what the hell were you talking about in that comment? It's like, did you think I was saying when people self-report they're lying? I mean,
he was talking about chess. He said 1500 and above is good understanding the game.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about up-dim plates. I'm talking to him about a comment that he at up-dim plates wrote, where he said, I think he misinterpreted what I was saying in that video to mean that that I think people are lying when they're self-reporting. I don't think people are being dishonest when they're self-reporting. I think they're being as honest as they can. I think that they can't be trusted in their self-reporting because for a variety of reasons, not necessarily all of them just interested in calculus. It's frame of reference stuff. It's like it's the jumping fish analogy, or the screaming fire truck analogy. In the jumping fish analogy, there's a fish that jumps a lot out of the water, and you ask them what's their relationship with the air. They go, fantastic, I love the air, because they're comparing themselves to other fish. They're not lying, they're not being deceptive, they're correct within their frame of reference, but if I use their self-reporting answer to conclude that they are a bird, I've made a big mistake in typing them, right? That's what I mean by not relying on self-reporting answers. Because what you will get is fish answering the question of whether or not they like the air by comparing themselves to other fish, not to birds. Everyone has an ego and can be biased, even if they have a disinterested calculus. A disinterested calculus and a bias are not exclusive at all. So I am always, about anything that I care about, biased. Whether or not I choose to take it, whether or not I use that as the calculus, is another question. Everybody has biases about at least some things, and everybody has no biases about some things. So, for example,
history.
You're going to do your history homework? Is that what you said?
No, that reminds me of a video that I was going to send to you.
No, history.
I don't know if you've seen that already.
I don't know. What's the video?
It was from that guy I was talking about. He made the bold claim that there aren't objective.
Yeah, I saw that video. I already watched it. I watched a little bit of it, and I just started shaking my head. And before I knew it, I thought I was at risk of my brain actually shaking out of each ear in turn because I was shaking my head so hard. So I had to stop watching it.
I have a question.
Yes, darling.
Can we look up the weather for the next 3 days or so? I'd like to see what tomorrow's going to be.
We can. I can also tell you that Cameron told us the weather.
Oh, he did?
Earlier. He told my dad on the phone the weather earlier. And he said it's going to be nice for the next week or so.
Oh.
Let's check it out. Okay, weather. What's the weather going to be like here in sunny Southern California for the next 5 days? Weather. 54 degrees right now. Let's look at the coming trends, coming weather trends. We've got your 10-day weather forecast right here. We're looking at a high of 69 tomorrow with a low of 50 overnight. High of 67 on Friday, low of 52. And then temperatures do start to rise over the weekend. 71 on Saturday. Bit of a jump then on Sunday to 80 degrees. And we'll peak out around 85 on Monday. And then start dropping back down again into the 70s. Lovely week next week. Looks like sunny skies all the way through. Perhaps the very end of the month. We might see a little bit of a system come through on Thanksgiving. But beautiful weather out there. Barry, great weather for going out on a walk. Right back to you.
Thanks, host Eric. Now, back to the stream.
Okay. That's not where the stream is. The stream is here with my Mia inside of my Pia. So in case you were wondering about the captions, we're still looking for the perfect caption for the road work ahead sign. And I might go with nevertheless, the road work surprised me. Possibly. But if anybody wants to suggest something specifically more desirable than that, please feel free to do so. If you'd like to look at some of my exciting photos, like the other day, hey, when we went to Vasquez Rocks, let's take a look at some of those photos together. Let's enjoy some beautiful photos together. Okay, so isn't this a lovely sunset? Very orange. Here you can see a little bit more red even. The last one was red too, but this one has some more red too. It's quite a dramatic sunset there.
Yeah, it was.
What is this? A pit of lava? No, it's the sunset. It looks like an ocean of lava. Like this is the caldera right here. Don't put any more lava on my face. Ah, no, that's really breathtaking. Rachel, do you feel as though your breath has been taken from you?
Yeah, that's why I'm not speaking.
So, did that guy seem more INTJ or ENTJ, or do you think it's something else?
I mean, I didn't really spend any time typing him because I was listening to what he was saying, but nothing screamed ENTJ is wrong to me. I went into it thinking that I don't know, whatever I was saying. Alright, so here's another beautiful sunset. Okay, that's one thing none of us can lose our trains of thought on, are sunsets, because sunsets are the kind of loveliness that really sinks into your bones and impacts you in a way that never lets go of your heart. Shouldn't I write advertising for sunsets? Yes, I should. What is this? What is this? This is...
the mossy rock.
Yeah. This is actually O. This is what O looks like in person. If we were able to scroll back, you'd see he's got these little hands down here at the bottom. He's typing on a keyboard. It's kind of Jabba the Hutt-esque.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and there's his mom.
Hey. Would you like to video check?
Yes, you're welcome to come in here and look at pictures of you and your mom if you'd like. They look remarkably like large rocks in the desert.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting that you have such a mineral-based background. Oh my gosh.
We're just putting a link in the
That
YouTube
is
chat.
such a lovely spot.
Yes, it really is.
I think, Rachel, you and I could camp there together and be happy for literally about one night.
I think so too.
And it would be so quaint and peaceful. And then I'd be like, wait, are those ants? Let's go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be so quaint and peaceful. And then I'd be like, wait, are those ants? Let's go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be so quaint and peaceful. Who needs to be muted? I'd be like, wait, are those ants? Let's go home.
Yeah.
So it would be so quaint and peaceful.
What the heck happened?
Ay. Ay caramba, if I ever say that.
Caramba's right.
Will you please take your carambas out of my eyes? So anyway, sure, join autonomy. Go for it. Sunset pictures are not common among people. I think they're pretty common. I think a lot of people take pictures of sunsets. This is a very nice rock too. As you can see, it's got oddly placed holes, bumps, and ridges and such on it. Now you can see what the holes look like from this angle. What a strange rock, you might say. It is a strange rock. You're right. It's a cool rock too. It's too big to take home with you though. And this is what's known as a California juniper. Juniper tree. It was loaded with these little berries that are all over it. Oops, now you can see it. Now it's coming to focus. So it's got all these little berries all over it. And all the trees there that have this kind of tree had these berries on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's go to the next one. Wow. Desert colors, desert feel, winds of sand. Pass beyond us. More desert. Now look at this rock. It has some green moss growing on it. This is not paint. That's not neon paint. That's actual natural green moss.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't orange paint. That's orange moss. These mosses are here to say hello to you. They want to thank you for watching Talking with Famous People. And they are wondering, no, you can't eat those berries, Running Fox. I don't think so. I don't know. They're first of all, they're more like seeds with a little bit of a skin on them than berries. I actually grabbed one and squeezed it. Okay. 3. All right. Now, look at this. I'm standing up here on this rock. And look who's down there. You might not see her at first. She's a little bit hidden. Alright, but use your finding eyes, and what you'll see is right down here at the bottom. There's a little Rachel. Look at that. I made her go right in the very corner of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that, Eric? Well, because that'd be cool composition. That's why.
Yeah.
And look at these rocks back here. Come on, how cool is that?
Beautiful.
The thing is, it does need to be cropped a little bit. But I like that picture. That picture is A++ grade E bear in my book. Now, here's one with, I try to see if I frame it a little differently, but look, I cut the top of this off. That's probably not a good thing. I'd have to do more. This one isn't going to lay out compositionally as nice as this one, because I have plenty of room on top. I can always crop off. I mean, it's so like Star Trek-y. If I could just crop it sort of from meow to meow, and just right like meow. And if it had to be the right aspect ratio, that'd be fantastic. This one didn't get a good framing on it so much, but I don't know. I kept it in. And there she is
In
again.
Bone, you can play me at chess anytime. Here, let me find you a link.
Well, look, everybody, there she is again.
Mm-hmm.
She's waving this time because she wants to include you in the outing as well.
Yeah.
You'll see these are the rocks back here that Rachel correctly was like, those are totally the rocks in the Lion King. I'm like, oh yeah, I do look like that. We came home, I found an article, as a matter of fact, they based those Lion King rocks on these very rocks right here. You're looking at them. That is to say, Vasquez rocks.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so I'll show you those ones a little up closer. If I kept those ones, I think I might have.
In Bone.
There's barbecue.
Where did you go?
Dunk.
Yeah, there we go. Is this coleslaw?
Yeah.
No.
Coleslaw. No.
Coleslaw's a little iffy after it's been sitting out for a while. Got mayonnaise in it after all. So,
I'm gonna mute myself.
oh, Eric.
Good?
Yeah. I'm dropping lids like strip club attendees be dropping $1 bills. Purportedly. I have very little strip club experience, so.
Aww.
Hi-yo, hi-yo.
Yeah. Can you see that? Nimanaba, nimanada, nimanada, nimanada.
Mm-hmm. So like Scar, he was sitting right here.
Yep.
Oops. He was sitting right there in that spot right there. Going, all right, now I'm in charge. Why? Because the hyenas are teaming up with me to oppress my fellow lions. And why was he so motivated? Because he was jealous, that's why. Jealousy causes people to meow their meows until they can't meow any longer. This rock has a hole through it. Remarkable. Look at this. You know what this is? Rabbit poo. I think rabbit. Some kind of rabbit.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think rabbit, probably.
Yeah.
So, are there no moderators around? If you need somebody moderated, well, I guess just Hambone and David Sanderson, huh? Okay, who needs to be moderated? Who do I need to
Give the hammer.
to piao?
Or yeah,
Do I need to piao somebody or something? Is that what's going on here? I haven't been paying that much attention to the chat.
Eric, you're muted in whereby, so I can't hear you in real time.
Oh, do you want to hear me in real time? Oh, that's fine. I didn't know it was muted. I'll change it. Oh yeah, I changed it. So here we go. What am I looking at? This thing. Now where is those chat people? There they are. Okay, so everything's fine. Thank you, Rennie Fox. Oh my God. Would you look at that adorable darling? Whatever are you going to do with such an adorable darling?
Thank you.
She not only is an adorable darling, she was very careful to not sit on the rodent poop.
Yep, you can see it.
She scooted forward here so that she's not sitting on the rodent poop.
Yep.
But this is a naturally occurring rock throne chair at Vasquez Rocks. So we wanted to get Rachel. She looks
Little Mermaid vibes.
You look a little cramped there.
I really could not sit on that poop. There was poop all over
this
the
one you look
spot.
a little more comfortable. This one a little more cramped.
Yeah.
This is the other side of the rock. But yeah, what we commented at the time was that if you fill this aquarium full of water, that's totally a clamshell throne under the sea, you know?
Yeah.
So this, I guess this place evokes a lot of Disney references. Well, there we are. Hi, I'm Eric. This is Rachel. This is before I got my hair cut. And as you can see, I look like I've just been electrocuted. There, I'm smiling. There. See, I'm happy. I made it back in time after pushing the thing before the timer went off.
Yes.
It was a challenge because
you had your jacket on.
Oh yeah, right. That's right. Well, part of the problem with the challenge in general is I forgot to put my shoes on in the car, my boots on, or didn't even take them with me, I guess.
Yep.
I was in flip-flops, and these are particularly flimsy flip-flops. If you want some flim-flam, some flimsy flip-flops around, let me tell you. That's some flim-flam. Is it 2? I think it's 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
Cool.
That's the one that I posted because I thought you looked really relaxed and handsome.
This is the least posed of them, probably, as well.
Yeah.
The other ones, I was like, God damn it, I don't like this jacket. I should have taken this off because our hair looks crazy. But really, it looks fine like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like this one, too. This one is terrible.
Yeah, that's not
This one I should get rid of. This one I look like an old drunk. What kind of rocks are these again?
I look like I'm like saying, like, I don't look very
you're
good
like,
either.
yeah, you're like, now Bernard, stand up straight.
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna delete this one. It's kind of a funny picture, but I don't. This one, Eric, why would you keep this one? Well, Rachel looks cute in it, that's why. But there's a shadow right over her
Yeah,
face.
it's
Just
not
throw
a good.
it away.
Yeah.
I did catch this plane, but I didn't really get this plane.
Oh.
So the reason I wanted to take this
closer.
picture the way it was because there were 2 planes like coming at each other. This one was a lot more visible with my eyes than it is in the picture.
Yeah.
But if I could get like, I mean, that's pretty cool. Like if you pull it all the way up, get all sky, but otherwise, you probably wouldn't get
You really
those.
see.
You probably would have a crop so you wouldn't get those things in there, or just have that be the feature. But then this one's not really quite big enough for it to be the feature of the picture. But it's kind of cool.
It is.
Like that too. I don't know.
It's hard because the other one's so small. It is cool.
Okay, so let me put this back and then go here. So this was an interesting kind of tree that they had there that we saw.
With pretty leaves on it.
Yeah, it looks like a little miniature maple tree, almost.
Yeah.
Its leaves. I don't think it's related. I don't think it's a maple. I just, it just kind of, the leaves look a little bit like that. But miniature versions of them. And this was the giant ryegrass, which obviously is no longer in season because it's more like flat dead grass. But still, we got a picture of the sign because that's what friends are for. For taking pictures of signs whenever they go places, yeah. That's what signs are for. This is kind of a neat picture, huh?
It is.
It's like, it seems so sharp and like pop.
Yeah.
I like these little bits of brown in the tree there. Like, oh yeah. It's kind of like, it's like it's super in focus here and a little bit out of focus here, kind of.
Yeah. You can tell the sun's coming down too. The way it's lit.
Yeah, but I think if it's cropped properly, it's probably a pretty cool picture. Oh, hi. It's Sally.
Oh, that's my stuff.
Yeah, your pictures get shared with me too. Meow, 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 meow. I take my cat into the town.
Yeah. So you can tell what I've been working on with my background.
'Cause she's my kitty. My kitty, meow, meow. Oh, this is a good picture I took.
Yeah.
Oh, you made a little moving on them. Cool. That's neato. Let's find that picture. I want to find that picture. Oh, this is that thing. So that picture that this one. This is like, wow. That pops. Like,
Look
this
at
is
the colors.
already cropped and dealt with in GIMP. So this is its final form. It's
beautiful.
The right aspect ratio, and it's nice and symmetrical. Like, our house is over here. It's like just over here.
Around the corner.
And this is the other way you could go. You go down here if you wanted to, or you could go down here, or this is a circle part here. You can go around these plants and go away from the mountains this way.
I go bike riding a lot and go around that.
Lovely, lovely picture. You can see a little bit more in this picture, but obviously, look how much like blander it is compared to after I messed with it. This is the original picture. Dun 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 dun.
Nicely done, I have to say.
Thanks. I've been getting better at photography.
You're great at photography.
Thank you. I mean, I'm not great at photography, but I've been getting better at it. And the thing is, it's kind of like percentage of good photos in a set. It used to be, when I first started taking pictures, my strategy was to take a lot of pictures and I hope to catch something. Yeah. Now my strategy is much more and try to see the picture before I take it. So I've learned and I've gotten better at taking pictures. Oh my goodness. I didn't take that picture.
I did.
But I am very impressed by it.
Oh, thanks. Doesn't she beautify? Oh, look at those eyes.
Oh my goodness. The freshness in her kitty pants is freshenifying this whole room. Let's see.
Two.
Let's see. One more, and then you're done, Jeff Shaw. Let's see, alternates between whining and trying to play it nice in his jail cell.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Just one more, and you're done. Okay, so, and look, this has got to be the most pleasant jail sentence in history. You get to look at pictures of my cat.
Yeah.
This is not just any ordinary cat here, Jeff Shaw.
She's the kitty pageant winner.
She's the kitty pageant winner, indeed. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Look at the kitty pageant winner winning kitty pageants. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And I don't want that. I don't want to take it away from you, though. That won't take it away from you, will it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I need to change. You know what I did? I changed this thing to. Here's another potential caption contest. If anybody wants to caption contest this guy that I saw on the street lying there. Oh.
That's a great picture.
I think this is the
definitely
best
get that
one,
memed. Yeah.
So here we go. If you want to caption, yeah.
With the graffiti next to him on the drain.
I like that one better. You like what one better? Did you get bored, David? I felt like I was being toyed with. Oh. Hambone. See, you must be better, much better than I am. He had to tell me I was being toyed with. I had no idea.
Who's being toyed with?
In chess. I mean, but what Hambone is saying is, Dave Sampson's much better than he's letting on. He could kick your ass in like 3 moves if he wanted to or something, you know. Well, I see. That means you're much better at chess than me because I didn't even notice that at all. He had to tell me directly. I guess he was trying to say, hey, listen. He resigned?
Who resigned?
David Sanderson? Why did he resign? Were you kicking his ass or what? Maybe he saw this picture and he realized that's where he left it and he had to go get it real quick.
That is.
Oh, it felt pretty even. Okay, well then, I don't think he was playing with you, probably, you know. I misinterpreted what you said. I assumed you had just had lost, but barely, and you felt like he wasn't trying very hard. I didn't get that you had won.
Oh, kitty.
Sloth life is hard. Not everyone's cut out for the thug life. I tried playing a beginner match and got trounced. Well, a good trouncing never hurt anybody.
The real Toy Story. Alright, I'm off to bed.
Alright, darling. I'm going to probably be up for a little while.
Okay, do your thing.
Cool. I ain't have peas after completing one chore. Andy, you're pretty damn good at writing captions.
Yeah,
I gotta tell
really
you,
is.
Caption writer is a good job for ENFJ jobs. Video,
Yeah, that is Caption.
that's
writer.
some snappy shit. I ain't have peas after completing one.
That's
chore.
completing one chore, yeah.
Can't help me visit Mexico.
I love you.
I love you too. And you know it's good in I because I tried to reword that Gandalf one and I ended up going back to your wording. You know? That's how you know it's like slamming an I when and then the dumb just goes I go with a lot of possibilities here. I just can't do any better than that. You know, that's gonna have to be the phrasing. That's the best phrasing that it has. That's some good solid NI. So anyway, I'll probably put that. That'll get way more likes as a meme than something that's not typology related. You deserve a medal for being a great typer and typing with a phone. Okay. Here you go. I'm giving you a lead medal. Oh. Well, that's true, Zandy, because it is better to name him Gandalf than the guy from Harry Potter, because everybody knows who Gandalf is. It's not like, just a quick answer to you. I don't need to establish a definition of intelligence. I'm not the one who wants to test it or measure it or whatever. May I just present to you the following regarding that matter? No doy. Did you hear me? So, first of all, you just said you must establish a definition of what intelligence is to begin with. I don't think you did it in the last video, although I'm not sure. No, I don't. Because I'm making the argument that you're not actually measuring something meaningfully distinct. That you are instead defining intelligence functionally by putting together an arbitrary composite of different skill sets and calling that IQ. The problem is IQ represents one test's arbitrary prioritization of one sort of configuration of attentional manners. You know? Intelligence is a weird word. It doesn't really mean anything specific exactly. Okay. Before you go any further, you made one very clear argument here that I gave you a very clear response to. So, step one, respond to my response to your argument. You said I must establish the definition of what intelligence is to begin with, and I pointed out that no, I don't, because I'm not the one who's trying to say that it's something you can measure. You are. Now, respond to that before we do anything else. Otherwise, I'm not talking to you anymore. Last one, Jeff. You're a trooper. Once you've paid your debt to society, there's no ex-con status around here, okay? You genuinely paid your debt to society, so it's, the slate's wiped clean. That was the last one. No, that was the last one. I'm pretty sure I didn't do one too many. If I did one too many, then I'll have to put myself on timeout for 5 minutes or something. I'm pretty sure that this is the right number. I think that's the last one. I know there aren't any more, but no. Again, I'm not going to go any further until you address what I'm saying and how it impacts your argument chain. You're not. Look, I don't want to give a whole lot of attention to what I know is an argument that I've argued a whole bunch of times already and already understand clearly. I sent you a link with a section of a thing to read in which it goes over the different frames and how they work and why it's a frame-based thing you're talking about here, and etc. So I don't actually think you understand what you literally did. Okay, so you wrote responses to it in the chat here. All right, let me look at them. If you're seriously doing your best to communicate with me, no problem. I will be happy to communicate with you. I was kind of unsure about you. I wasn't sure if you were just kind of being difficult, trolling, or whatever. If you were serious. So if you're seriously trying to communicate with me, rather than trying to just shift ground and shit, fine, no problem. I'm looking. Yeah, please cut and paste them. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Let's say that there are 10,000 people controlling all the tech in the world. They will not care about the remaining 99.999% once they stop depending on them. Well, what? Like, so do you imagine, like, them taking your phone away from you, Cloud? Is that what you're imagining? And your laptop and everything, and who's they again? Who is the man behind the slaughter? Oh, that's where I read it. That's where you wrote it. Okay, fine. Comments. Let's see. Los Comentos de Video. So, okay, was it on Will You Just Be a Grown Up? That one? Let's see. Okay. I give the definition of intelligence being lateral intelligence plus vertical intelligence plus speed. Lateral what now? The sheer amount of discrete intelligible entities or discrete objects an entity can accurately refer to. Vertical intelligence is the ability to accurately refer to the dimensionality of an object. And speed is the ability to quickly refer to objects vertically and laterally. So, alright, number one. Are you differentiating between objects in space and objects in time? Or in other words, metaphysical objects and physical objects? Number two. Defining intelligence as lateral intelligence plus vertical intelligence plus speed is you keep pushing the arbitrariness further along until you get to accurately. So the problem is you keep presuming that there is an objective accuracy thing that you can refer to. But unfortunately, objectivity is not being accurate, it's being disinterested. Implicit in every human's potential is the ability to be wrong, no matter how rational they are. So rationality and wrongness are not exclusive of each other. Objectivity and wrongness are not exclusive of each other. We can both be evaluating objective data, and we can both be wrong about it. We can both be honest, evaluating objective data that's right in front of our face, and we can both be wrong about it anyway. We can be totally objective about something that has incomplete information, and the pieces of incomplete information may prove us to have made the wrong choice, even though it was objectively the best choice. These things happen, okay? So, the reason it's not like measuring height is because, unlike an entity you can accurately refer to, that's fine if you're dealing with things that are physical objects. The problem is, I'm not dealing with physical objects. How many objects, metaphysical objects, am I processing right now? Do we count each of these words as a metaphysical object? Am I interpreting your meaning accurately? Does that make me intelligent because I can discreetly make these words have meaning a lot? And vertical intelligence is the ability to accurately refer to the dimensionality of an object, which means I can say this is a word-based object. Do I have to be able to name it does I have to know that label to be intelligent, or what? And speed is the ability to quickly refer to objects vertically and laterally. So, in other words, I can process this information quickly. I get that part, okay? But I certainly don't get this accurately part. Because you're mistaking objectivity for being a synonym of the real truth. And you are closer or further from that truth. But that's not how map objects work, certainly. You may be able to argue that's how space objects work. Measuring to what degree objects instantiate your reference of them is a purely objective pursuit. Not all objects. For example, I can say, I'm a person who feels sad when I see somebody park their car poorly. Now, I'm evaluating that object of analysis, namely my emotion. I've rendered it into an object of analysis. But, however, the data is still subjective, namely my emotion. That's the data to which the object, namely the word, refers, okay? The data is subjective because only I can reference it, not third parties. So that's what makes it subjective data. My opinion about it is additionally subjective because I am fundamentally going to be using an interested calculus when I'm trying to determine my own emotions. That is to say, I'm looking to see how my interests are expressing emotionally, and it's linked to it implicitly. So intelligence can be measured the same way I can. Absolutely not. IQ tests can be illustrated simply as measuring what you pointed at to show what you're referencing through pointing is real or meaningful. Look, you're not understanding the difference between map and territory, okay? So there's a number of kinds of map questions. And which kinds of map questions you want to put in front of a bunch of people depend on how well those people are going to process those map questions. Which collection of map questions and how they represent specific skill sets or attentional manners is going to be an arbitrary decision. It's not going to link to intelligence. What you say there as a definition is not a meaningful definition because accurately is something that will always be in dispute. Not always, but I mean, like, the fundamental quality of accuraciness is not something about which we agree. For example, you might be intelligent and I might be intelligent, but we don't agree on this. So according to you, one of us would score very poorly on an IQ test and one of us would score very well because one of us is not accurately referencing things here. One of us is not accurately processing things. One of us is not correct. So the thing is, if in fact intelligence can be measured in that way, then but that it requires accuracy, then what happens when you're not accurate? Are you not intelligent anymore? See, the thing about trying to say that you're measuring intelligence is that it's an attribute that constant and stays the same. It's basically part of your personality. But if in fact you're saying that it's linked to accuracy, well, then you're trying to say it's like a physical attribute. Unfortunately, but if you're saying it can be measured, you're trying to say it's like a physical attribute. Unfortunately, accuracy is not like a physical attribute. So that's the thing we have to compare against height. That's the thing that you keep trying to push further along down the line to try to avoid the fact that you're still fundamentally missing the bottom line question, which is you don't get that objectivity is not outside of you. It's something you apply to things. People apply to things. Only people are objective. Objects aren't objective. Qualities about objects that we talk about of the object could be said to be objective data. We could say to be objective in our calculus about those data, but we can't say the object's objective because that's a quality of agency. Okay, so get it? Hopefully, I have a more clear understanding of you now. By the way, you're not just trying to be difficult about the question. You actually want to engage me about it. Okay, but so the thing is, for example, right now everything you're saying, though, is not a space object. It's a time object. In other words, everything you're saying is a map claim. It's about how the world works and how we should think about it, not about what the world is in any meaningful, engaging sense, right? It's not actually taking an IQ test. It's talking about what they mean. So, does that mean only one of us can be intelligent if two people are wrong? I mean, if you want to say processing speed, like a good arbitrary measure of intelligence would be processing speed of TI questions plus processing speed of TE situations plus processing speed of NI pattern recognition plus producing speed of any creative action. Those would comprise the things that typically people associate with the word intelligent. And the things that people associate less with the word intelligence are SI, SE, FI, and FE. So it's true that we could focus on so-called processing speed, and we can meaningfully distinguish between different people on the matter of processing speed. But what I'm saying is the claim that somebody has excellent processing speed on deductive reasoning questions, you could say that means they're intelligent. Okay, fine. But that would cut out some other kinds of intelligence that also... See, the problem is the world talks about smart in fundamentally two different ways. They talk about smart as being, from a disinterested calculus, that is to say, logically smart, parsing shit out, making arguments, figuring out why in fact you're not measuring a thing with intelligence, really, concretely. Or you're talking about intelligence as, well, that was a smart way to do it. Like, for example, when I was a teenager, 26 or something like that, 25, I don't know, I went to make a snake cage for my snake. It was a very large, I wanted to make a large cage. I had some plans. I went over to my friend Alarino, who's in ESTJ's house, and I said, okay, so yeah, this is what I think I want to do here, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, do you have an unusually large door or something? I'm like, no. Why? Because this won't fit through any conventional size door, Eric. You're going to get over there, you're not going to be able to fit into the house. Thank God for ESTJs, right? I would have built the fucking thing, got it all the way over there, and then realized I couldn't fit through the door. So, am I stupid? Am I intelligent? The fact is, I may or may not have good processing speed, quote unquote, on TE matters, but the reality of it is, I don't apply that appropriately regardless. And the thing is, processing speed is a terrible way to evaluate TE intelligence as well, because TE intelligence solves the problem in fairly short order, presumably, in less time, presumably. But that doesn't mean that they're spending necessarily more time using TE. So TE being efficiency and solvency oriented, especially paired with NI, will quickly determine the single best course, most effective course, and then spend the time it takes to execute the steps they need to execute to complete the course of action. That's a kind of intelligence that is mostly non-cognitive. In other words, most of the solution-producing behaviors are action that are not like deliberative processes or knowledge processes or even creative processes. It's executional processes. Like, you figured out the way real quick because you have that attentional manner, not because you had to parse. It's not like you parse through a pile of conditionals faster than somebody else. It's like you figured out, the best ordinal way to go, given the practical mushiness of the world and the lack of clarity regarding standards and rules and whatever. So that's just, I hope that's a helpful response. I get that it's very tempting to want to think that you can clearly distinguish intelligent people from less intelligent people. But from everything I've ever been able to tell, The only people who really care about this intelligence question are people who are going to misuse the intelligence question. Namely, if you're right about IQ, let's say you're right about IQ, American intelligence, okay, now what? What are you going to say? Well, we're going to find out how intelligent everybody is. And do what with that? We're going to conclude that Eric is less competent, legitimate, valuable, able to do something worthwhile, okay, if his number's not high enough. Is that what we're going to do? Or we're going to say, well, this person is more legitimate, more correct, more okay, more likely to do a good job, more capable, more qualified because they're got a higher number? There's no good way to use this bullshit attempt to make normative that which is not normative. In other words, when you, in psychology with Big Five or the IQ test, when you turn things that are not attributes into attributes, then you create a normative standard that people feel bad about themselves. So, in other words, nobody's going to do very well on the Big Five, really. To do well on it, you want to have high extroversion, you want to have high openness, you want to have high agreeableness, low neuroticism, and high conscientiousness. Well, I mean, sure, the thing is, I don't want to be, more like the Big Five says I should be. Fuck you, Big Five. Your choice of these words make them into normative, but they're ontology things. So it's not like you can change it. Here you go. Here's your results. Feel bad about yourself, okay? You've got low conscientiousness. It's implicit to who you are. Can't really change it meaningfully. You're not very agreeable. So, people aren't going to like you, and you can't really change that. You're really kind of closed off. You need to be a lot more open. You're kind of neurotic. People typically don't like that. And let's see, what else is there? And you're kind of shy. You're overly shy and not extroverted enough. So I give you an F on the Big Five. Now let's give you the IQ test. 103. Okay, very average, not good, not interesting, not important. Go away, ordinary person. I'm looking for one of those special big number people. Is that what we're going to do with the IQ test? As far as I can tell, that's the only thing one can do with it. Jeff Shaw is fine. Exactly. Listen to Grass Eater here. If you're worrying about Jeff Shaw, Jeff Shaw is perfectly okay. If anything, it served him well because it provoked all this wave of sympathy for Jeff Shaw or something, and plus opposition to Eric's strategy or something. So it's great for him. A lot of people involved with IQ tests aim to do the opposite. So what do you think about these ridiculous claims that when an IQ test shows that a given subpopulation is less intelligent than another one, according to their metric, that means that test is racist? It's like people on my side of this equation typically have that stupid fucking reason for shit. It's well, those reasons aren't any good. Yeah, it's look, when we treat IQ as an attribute rather than intelligence as another chance up to the plate, which is what we should think of it as. In any given moment, I can choose to deal with something intelligently or unintelligently. So it's I'm always telling people, don't double down when you're wrong. Don't cling to your neither Big Five nor I lays those value judgments. It's implicit to the both denotation and connotation of the words, how they're normally used, and what they mean, how people interpret them. So that's, yeah, for sure. There's some of that in typology too. I would like to get rid of it. I'd like to find as many as clearly neutral or equal meanities for each side. Like if creativity if we could sort of approximate creativity's appeal as a word independent of cognitive functions and quantify in some fashion like consistent. Like consistent is probably has a less positive connotation in general than let's say reliable. Reliable is a little bit more positive than consistent, or whereas familiar or comfortable, you could talk about SI nostalgia. You could say nostalgia. So would you describe yourself as nostalgic or creative? Well, if you have to choose one and not the other, then that's where you start having problems with the terms we use, because we want personality. The great thing about typology is it explains that indeed the bullshit attribute metaphors have created artificial distinctions between people that shouldn't have been created, and it's much better to understand everybody as having corresponding deficits to account for their strengths. So the reason, in part, I'm so logical is because I'm so Jean-Luc Picarded about my own feelings. If I had a clear sense of my own feelings, I couldn't be this logical, because as they line up mechanically in my stack and everything, they're essentially inversely proportional, with TI taking all of the time. So that's what it means to be FI polar. I only seem to experience it in real time. I don't consider it as a factor in decision making. And so when people go, everybody's biased, you're obviously more likely to be wrong, Eric, when you're talking about your own daughter than about some random person. No, I'm not. Not true. I may be biased, I may have biases, but my number one bias is to never, ever, ever be caught being attached to a wrongness. One time is all anybody should ever have to tell me. That's my number one bias. I want to attain that status above any specific bias that might apply underneath it. So that's the thing. That's why when people say, well, yeah, come on. When you say you're not biased and you always use a disinterested calculus on, and I don't mean about everything. I'm saying about policy issues and stuff like that, or objective matters. Yeah, and I totally credited him with it too. I acknowledge that Jeff kind of schooled the fuck out of me last night. So yeah, and this is this is the weird way of being, I guess, taking Kierkegaard's advice and making people trying to take those who might have opposition and make them stakeholders, kind of, so to speak. Like, I don't know, there's a cool Kierkegaard thing that Winston's mom linked to one time where he explained this social phenomenon, and I just was like, wow, that's really insightful, Kierkegaard. Can I fanboy you a little bit, Kierkegaard? I said to him, and he's like, please don't. I'm like, alright, fuck off. And that's how things go around here,
Nice.
Okay, I think I'm about ready. How long has this stream been going on anyway?
2 hours.
2 hours? Yeah, that's long enough.
And I don't know how many minutes.
So I am going to wrap this up now. I'm going to wrap it up with my wrapping paper. I have to push end stream here. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. End.